Welcome everyone. Today we're talking about bar oil, different types of bar oil and different properties of bar oil. Ooh, that's pretty fancy stuff, huh? Like the tackiness of it, and we're gonna run the 500i, and we're gonna run it with this some biodegradable oil. I'm only going to run the 500i with one kind of the biodegradable oil because I already ran it in the other biodegradable oil, the thinner stuff, in the 500i in another video. So this is going to be about the viscosity and the tackiness of it, and we're going to see if it makes an absolute mess of it or what. So there's a couple different things I'll show about each bar oil and talk about what I've experienced running the types of bar oil that I'm going to cover. I'm going to cover 4 different kinds of bar oil. I'm going to cover DGP, which is a biodegradable oil, and I'm going to talk about price point as well. Because that's mainly why I'm doing this video. is the price point. DGP is if you've looked into it, is pretty expensive, and the other biodegradable bar oil that I found it's less than half the price of DGP by the gallon or by the quart or by however you buy it. So price point, and I don't know one of the bar oils. I don't know how much it is a gallon, but I'm assuming it's right around 20 bucks probably, as well as 3 of the others are around the $20 a gallon price point. And in this day and age, for a lot of people, that can be a game changer for firewood cutters or loggers or whatever. And this video is also about people that might want to go into the biodegradable bar oil, because there are people out there that want to run it, but maybe they can't get themselves to spend $50 or $52 or even $40 a gallon for something such as DGP. And DGP also is sold by DeWalt at certain hardware stores. They sell it where they sell DeWalt products. They'll sell that, but it's the same oil in a DeWalt jug. So anyway, I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I've never done an extensive thing on bar oil, so bear with me. And I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you find some interest in it. And like I said, if you're interested in the biodegradable, that's pretty much what this is about. I haven't even run. This will be the first time I've run the second type of biodegradable in a chainsaw. I've never run it before, so we'll do this together. All right. Okay, let's get to some of the tests. Let's look at the 4 types of bar oil that I'm talking about. I hope you're all having a great day. Delivery Brian, I hope this helps you. Gintz, thank you for all your information on the DGP. And Cowboy, we love you, buddy. Well, let's check it out. Okay, here's our 4 types of bar oil that I've used. I've used all of them except for this one. The mechanic in the bottle is the new biodegradable bar oil that I found. And let's just cover price point here. Okay, this DGP, first one, the one on the left there, is I've found it anywhere from $45 to as high as $72 a gallon, and that's without shipping. That's just Googling it, looking it up on the internet, and also finding that one in the DeWalt bottle at like 40 or 45. The mechanic in the bottle I found for $20 a gallon at Home Depot, and it's the only place I could track it down, and it was free shipping from Home Depot. The STP is about $15 a gallon now. At AutoZone is where I get that, is where I found it. There, I'm sure it's at other places as well. Goats turned me onto that. Goats Firewood and Farms, go check out his channel. It's yeah, and it's a thinner oil, but it's good for all season. It works super well in the winter because it's thin in the summer, but as far as in the winter when it's super cold, it's a good bar oil. I really like the STP. I like the price point of it. Madsen's, I'm not sure how much it is. Brennan, Goobs Outdoor Adventures gave me that. And so yeah, I'm not sure what the price is on that. So Brennan, Goobs, if you could put that in the comments, I'd appreciate it, of what the price is for that. Now let's get in a little bit closer to the properties of it, of the oil, and we'll start with the biodegradable, and we'll get close and we'll do a tackifier tackiness test and see the difference in those. All right, let's zoom in a little bit here. Okay, let's do the tackiness test. DGP. This oil's kind of weird. See, there's a little bit of tackiness you can see to it. If you rub this stuff together on your fingers like quite a bit, sometimes it and it's about 65 or 70 degrees right now. Okay, enough about that one. Now let's move over here to this one. To the mechanic in the bottle. This stuff's crazy. You see that? It's still hanging on. I know the zoom is all whatever, but check that out. That stuff's crazy. Okay, now we'll go to the STP. It's a pretty good tack fire. And like I said, STP is a little bit thinner oil. Okay, now we'll do Madsen's. Not as much tackifier as the STP. And the STP is thinner than Madsen's. Good tackifier though. But you noticed every one of them dripped. Every one of them dripped except this one. You saw it drip off my finger on the rest of them. Now let's watch this. See that? It's still attached to my finger. It doesn't drip. I wish it wouldn't lose focus there. But you get the point. It is super. It just stays together. So I'm wondering, I'm really curious to see what it does in the chainsaw. Okay, that's pretty crazy, huh? Okay, so now let's talk about like the pouring points, like high temperature, low temperature of the two biodegradables. The two regular bar oil, the SDP and the Madsen's, those are both good for summer and winter. Anyway, so as far as the biodegradable ones, the DGP is going to be a great, in my opinion, it's going to be a great winter oil because it's super thin, and it has a better pouring point as far as cold temperatures. Cold temperatures, hold on, I gotta put my glasses on. Okay. The DGP pour point, low temperatures with a pour point of minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so this oil is going to be great. I'm going to end up using it in the winter. Okay, just because it's thin, and it does have that pour point of minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. Okay, and there are times that a chainsaw is operated around here at that temperature. Okay, so now the mechanic in the bottle, it says the optimal results store and use above 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Above 32. So this is probably not going to be a good bar oil in the winter. If you take the tack test that I did, that will tell you why. Can you imagine running that in super cold temperatures? No. I don't think it would. Honestly, I don't even know as though it would pour out of the jug. It would probably just gloop. It wouldn't be a good thing. So this if you're going to run a chainsaw at super cold temperatures, this is probably not the choice you want to go with. You probably want to switch to something else. But as far as in the summer, you can see it doesn't look, it looks thin. It looks really thin when you do this with the bottle. See, and then we'll do the Madsons. See? In the bottle, this looks thinner actually than this. But the amount of tackifier in it and the makeup of this oil, of this is, it's really I can't even really explain it. I'm going to do one more thing with it. I'm going to show you one more thing with it. And it's absolutely amazing. This oil, it says do not mix with other oil. And I will show you why. I mixed this thinking, oh, it's just got too much tackifier in it. I'll mix it with some of this and thin it up some. Nope, it doesn't work. This specifically says don't mix with other bar oil. Don't do it. It turns it to this when mixed with other oil. You can see the difference. See, this is DGP on the bottom. This is the mechanic in the bottle at the top. It separates and it doesn't mix. Even though they're both plant-based, it still doesn't mix. So I'll show you one other thing. Okay, I have this syringe, and we're gonna pull that oil out of that little container. Okay? Watch what happens. This is no camera trickery. You can't even hardly pop the bubble. See that? Look at that. And we pulled all that out of that bottle. See that? That's what I worry about running it through a chainsaw. I'm not sure that's going in. See that? Can you see that? How nuts is that? Let's try it one more time. To me, we'll talk about it some more in a minute. But I hope you can see that. I hope you can see that. All right, now we're gonna run the 500i. Okay, we're gonna fire it up and we're gonna see what it does. It was the last oil that ran in that was the DGP. So we'll get the bar oil going in the chain. We'll see the sling factor. Let's check it out. It's probably gonna be crazy. So we'll see if it makes a huge mess. It's probably not a good thing, but that's what I want to test today. Okay, you can see that the chain isn't absolutely bone dry, but it's not real well lubricated. And like I said, the last oil that was running this was that DGP. That oil is super clean. It is. I think it sticks to the wood chip when it goes around and it goes out. So we're gonna see what it looks like after we get it started. And I got the underside pretty well cleaned out. See in there? Not a whole lot of stuff in there. And we are going to cut Douglas fir today. I want to cut Douglas fir on purpose because Douglas fir has red, like a red dust that comes out of the bark. And I want to see what it does with this here bar oil. So let's get it started and see what it does. Okay, we're gonna have to move this process somewhere else. For now, we've got a bee's nest. I'm pretty sure it's in that. I'm pretty sure it's in the tarp that was covering the wood this winter and this spring. So we're gonna have to move this process somewhere else. It's plenty tacky. Holy smokes. Let's look at this. See that? That's right after it's been running. See how tacky it still is in the bar rail? That oil is staying there. It's not getting slung out. It is staying in the bar rail. Right? Look at that. It's still there. That is crazy. That, to me, is what you want in a bar oil. That's what the tackifier does for you. Okay. Now, the amount of stuff that's stuck to the chainsaw, see this stuff? That's that red dust I was talking about from the Douglas fir. The pine does it also. That has nothing, this up here, it's going to do that no matter what. It doesn't matter what bar oil I use. It's still going to get that dust on it, right? So let's look under here. It's not horrible. But as you saw, I you know, when you stand there and rev it up and see what it's going to do, it's going to get some oil on other things, right? Like under here, like see these droplets? I don't know if you can see those droplets. Let's zoom in here a little bit. See the droplets right here? That's all that's there. And you watched me ring, ring, ring. I was doing that on purpose to see how much we would get on the undercarriage here. And see what that does? Watch. It just falls off. It's a little gummy. But this part right here, there's none stuck to that whole part. Nothing is stuck to this whole part. So it's not slinging. I don't have the greatest of light, but see that under there? That is not horrible. That red dust, yeah, some of it is stuck to that because of the oil in it. But see how crumbly it is? It just crumbles. It just crumbles away. I thought it was going to be an honest opinion. I thought it was going to be an absolute disaster with how stringy and tacky it is. This mess right here, that's all from revving. But see how it just crumbles? No tackiness to it. It all goes to the wood chip. And but does it seem to be a little bit messier than DGP? Maybe. But also from what I've seen and in this short little whatever, it does what bar oil is supposed to do. That bar oil, there's bar oil staying in that rail. And that's where you want it. That's where you want that lubrication. You want it up in the rivets and all that as well from underneath. But just because the top of your tooth isn't oiled, it's not doing that anyway, right? Where you want the oil to reduce the wear is down in the rail and on your rail, right? So as far as doing what bar oil is supposed to do, that stuff is spot on. And it's cheaper. Much cheaper than DGP. I'm not bad mouthing DGP. There's people that love it, and I love that they love it. I'm just showing this video, like I said in the beginning of it, I'm doing this video for the price point difference and also the test on it. It works. It absolutely works. In warm weather, it works. Cold weather, it's probably not going to work. DGP will work all weather. So the decision is up to you, right? And you make that decision. Do I want to spend $50-some? Do I want to spend $40-some on bar oil, or do I want to spend $20 if you're into the whole biodegradable thing? That stuff makes no bigger of a mess than any of the rest of it, as far as I'm concerned. And it stays in the bar rail. I've never seen an oil that stayed in the bar rail like that. After those cuts, after cutting like that. Sure, it's not a lot of cuts, but it's staying in there, right? It stayed in there through the cut. Right after the cut, I checked it, and it was still in the rail. And that's what you want. And that's what that stuff is designed. It says right on the bottle, high tack formula. Less sling, more stays on the chain. Even with a saw that runs the chain at a higher speed. I like it. I like it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I hope this can help somebody out there, and if there's something else you want to see with this bar oil, let me know. I'm thinking about doing a video and putting it in a freezer and see what it does. Some of it. I'm not going to put a whole jug of it in there, but I'll put like a small bottle in there and see what it does at a colder temperature, just so we know. All right, everybody. Like I said, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and hopefully it's helpful to somebody. Mechanic in a bottle. Nice work. Nice work. Okay, here. Right here. If you want more information, there it is. www.b3cfuel.com. Mechanic in a bottle. Go check it out. Home Depot's website as well. That's where I got this. b3cfuel.com for more information. Go check it out. Love y'all. Take care. Be safe. TazMan and our cool little Taz guy are rolling. Stay tuned.